Kotte, the data for inventory from the state forest, from what year?
2006.
2006, exactly, yeah, 2006. So that means the forest has changed tremendously, so that's why we be carrying out a small inventory ourselves. So we have done in about 100 hectares now, we have carried out inventory.
Yes, so you work together with Georgian government, yeah?
No, with Tbilisi City Hall.
Tbilisi City Hall, yes.
Yeah.
And you are guarding it together and
We're managing it. Let's say I'm one year here now.
And
So-
sorry, where are you from?
From Germany.
From Germany, but from which organization?
With SIM, the
SIM.
Centrum for International Migration.
Yes,
It's a kind of daughter company of GIZ.
yes. And you work with forests.
With forest. I'm a professional forester.
You're a professional forester. Okay, thanks.
So we have carried out in each of these compartments, we have carried out an inventory. And these are, for example, the data we have found. We have here now in the compartment, one is for Sreneti, 21, 22, so the compartment, sub-compartment number. The total area here is 19 hectares.
Yes.
So we're on an altitude here of 1,350 meters.
Okay.
We have a lot of regeneration. 20% of the pine stand is already regenerated with broadleaf trees. The age of this stand is 73 years. So we have a slight inclination of 40% in the south direction. All this kind of data we collect, and some more. And after this, we go for tree marking.
Yes.
Maybe I say something before, with this in all of the stands of Tbilisi City Hall. All the pine stands in Tbilisi are not maintained in
Absolutely,
the past. And
yes.
this is why we have a lot of, as you can still see, fungus disease. You
Yes.
see the brown needles. This comes when the stands are too dense.
Yes.
When you have a microclimate inside the stand, which is very humid and very warm. So
Yes.
this is a good place for fungus to grow.
Sure.
That's why we have a lot of fungus disease.
Yes.
And that's why we have to make a thinning to open the stand, that more air can go through.
Yes.
Yeah. And of course, then we want to make forest management too. That means we want to harvest some trees too. Why not? So we have, as you see, firewood. We have commercial timber. But before we do that, we make this tree marking. So we marking the future crop tree, the best ones, let's say.
Yes.
Yeah? And then we take one or two competitors of these future crop trees. And that's what you see here. These are all competitors or even dead trees, what you see here, which have died already before.
Yes.
That's the way we do it, and we have to continue here very fast actually, because we had Austrian specialist for forest diseases here. In
They are
July.
here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was here and he made a study here. And all of our pine forests are heavily infested by fungus and the bark beetle. So first comes the fungus, they weaken the tree, and then comes the bark beetle.
Yeah, I see.
And sometimes give it a rest. So we have a critical situation here now, because like this are many stands. We have about 300 to 400 hectares like that. Yeah, and everywhere we have a heavily infestation of fungus and bark beetle. So we have to do this kind of operation everywhere. The problem is the time is running too fast.
Yes.
So now we have winter coming, no problem, but here it will be very high, so snow will come soon. So we cannot do too much this year. And when we unlucky, and in next year spring, the snow might still lay that size, that height,
Yes.
and the sun is shining heavily, then the bark beetle starts moving
Yeah.
before we can reach the place.
Okay.
Yeah, this could happen. That's why we have to do a lot of what we can do before winter comes. So that we are a bit in a problem, but we have, our main problem is a staff problem. We don't have sufficient staff here in City Hall, and we don't have sufficient trained forest workers.
Yes.
But this is a situation you find in all Georgia,
Yes.
all over. Yeah, and that is a main problem.
Yes.
Yeah, we could employ presently. We could about 10 companies, 10 contractors. But where are they? They are just not feasible. Huh?
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yes, that's the main what we've been wanting to know, that it's going on under supervision of professionals. So you
Yes,
give
that's
me
what we do.
a
So
very good answer.
I mean, all the management system we have developed, we have written all the guidelines, everything is in place.
Okay.
So this is, I could show you on PC or so, it's all done.
Okay.
So we have rules for everything, how we make the inventory, how we make the silvicultural treatments, rules set, standards set for that one. So on that side we are on the safe
okay.
side.
Oh, good.
Our main problem, as I said before, is we have not sufficient staff.
Okay, and what do you mean understaff?
To be honest, the whole 12,000 hectare of Tbilisi City Hall is managed by one man, and that is by far too much for everybody. Even if he's that is Vasil Shaladze, so he's the deputy head on the ecology and green spacing department. So he's responsible for that. But we don't have any forester here. I made a setup how many staff we need. I hope City Hall can cope with it, can have funds to pay these guys. So we need here at least 3 foresters, and we need 10 permanent forest workers
Okay,
for 12,000 hectares. This is not too much. That is
Okay.
just sufficient here,
okay.
and that's what we're lacking. Yeah. So
Thank you very much.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Now, რამე შეკითხები გაიგეთ ხოთ? ხო.